Guys. Wow. Mamma mia. Well, to be honest, this the kind of game that we were hoping for. This the kind of game that we were waiting for the past few years, for the best maybe decade, man. This was the kind of game that we wanted to see. Two teams, regardless of who wins, going at each other. Back then, we had teams that wanted to fight, wanted to win games. But today, we saw that. We saw two teams that don't want to lose. We saw two teams that don't want to draw. We saw two teams that wanted to win, that were going forward, that were going at each other. And that's what we expected from these two teams. So, without further ado, let's talk about the game, which probably was the best game we have ever seen, the best game we have ever watched, or the best game, the best UCL game we have seen in a long, long time. This is why the UCL is the best competition there is. This is why the UCL is the league. Right now it's the league, but before it used to be the knockout of the knockouts, man. But without further ado, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game of the season, the game of the year, the game of the decade. Let's talk about it. Because this game, it has started like we wanted to start. Same thing. But I gotta say, man, that penalty to start the game, nah, it's kind of weak. I didn't thought that was gonna be a penalty, but guess what? It kept things going, man. It started things going. That was the starting point. That penalty was the starting point. But I heard you. It was weak penalty, regardless of you know a little bit of contact. Yep, you know what I mean. Diaz was looking for this for the contact, but it's fine. That's a penalty. And then moments later, the Ballon d'Or winner, Osman Dembele, had a one-on-one chance. And guess what happened? You know the result. I guess you don't. Because one-on-one, he missed against Neuer. For some reason, he missed against Neuer. I was like, I was for a fact, I thought I was going to be in. I thought that was going to be a goal. But somehow, he put a little bit wide. And just like that, it was still 1-0 to Bayern. And then there comes with a beautiful pass to Kvaratskhelia. And guess who he's against? Guess who he's against, man? The man that was supposed to mark him. The man they said is going to mark him. Stanisic, man. You think Stanisic is going to stop Kvaratskhelia? You're out of your mind. Bro, you're out of your mind. If you think Stanisic is going to stop Kvaratskhelia, you're out of your mind. Because that's what we saw today. Kvaratskhelia against Stanek 1v1. He shimmied left, right, and then whoosh. And then what a beautiful finish. What a finish by Kvara. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's 1-1. The game was 1-1. We were like, wow, what a start. What a start. We didn't know what was going to come. But we said, what a start. And that was 1-1 right there. And just like that, Kvaratskhelia had his ninth of the season in the Champions League season so far. And just moments later, we get the match that we wanted to see. We get the fight that we wanted to see. It was Olise against the best left back at the moment. The best left back at the moment. He had the best game. But I guess it was because of Olise or, But we had that moment. There was that moment. I think it was 1-1. At that time, it was 1-1, I believe. It was 1-1. And then it was Olise against Mendes, 1v1 on the wing. He said, "Come, come, 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 come." What? And he put him on the floor, man. He put him on the floor. Olise put Nuno Mendes on the floor. Have you ever heard that? Nuno Mendes was on the floor. I think Lamine Yamal was the only player that put him on the floor. And they said he had a better game against him, even though he was on the floor. But today, he made him look like normal. Olise made Mendes look like an average player. An average player, to be honest. Every time he goes at him, he had the better of him today. I don't know what's going to happen in the second leg. I don't know what's going to happen. But today, he had him, bro, in his bucket. Olise was destroying. He was destroying Mendes, man. Every time he goes against him, he was like, "Come here, baby. Come here, come here." And just like that chance, I don't know how they did not score that chance. He went through, he saw Nuno Mendes on the halfway line. He said, "Come, bye-bye, see you later." And then it was, I think, Pacho or Marquinhos. One of them came to him. He said, "See you later, too." And then he used that pace. Wash. And then almost was a 2-1. They almost made it 2-1. But guess what? The game was still 1-1. All that stuff. And the game was still 1-1. And then moments later, PSG won the other way. And guess who it was? Guess who, man? It was Desire Doué. It was Doué on the other side. With that quick fits, with that Neymar feet, with that Neymar moves, with that Neymar look like. And then he almost a solo goal. He almost scored a solo goal. Man, that would have been a good goal if he would have made it. But I think it was just someone blocked it. I don't know who it was, but someone blocked it. But that was beautiful. That was beautiful to see from Doué. And then, I guess this was the moment you were waiting for. That this might be the moment that you wanted to see. The shortest man on the Champions League, man. Forget this game. He's the shortest man in this Champions League. Guess what he did though? He scored, and not just any kind of goal. He scored a header, and guess what? They were like, but did they though? But did they get him, man? Cho and Nervous doing what he does best. He might be short, but this guy's heading is something else, man. He's something else. When it comes to heading, even though he's not that tall, this guy is too good. This guy is too good. And I think he scored last game too against Lille, was it? Another team in the league. And he scored another header. And today he did the same thing. They made a little bit of space like around this area. What is it? Around this area. They made a little bit of space for him. And Bayern was like, "Nah, that guy's too short, man. He might block someone, he might contest someone, but he's not gonna score a header." But guess what? They said, "Relax." He said, "Relax, man. I know how to score headers. And I will do that." And he just did that. And just like that, PSG on the night were leading with 2-1. 2-1. And then we saw a lot this game. We saw a lot of counterattacks this game from PSG. And guess what? There was another one. Just after they made 2-1. Few minutes later, they had a beautiful counter from that started with I think it was Hakimi. Hakimi started a beautiful counter, and then they won. And then the ball went to Dembele, I believe. I think it was Dembele that did the beautiful pass. He passed it to. He was trying to pass it to Hakimi, but who was it? I think Doué got it. Doué intercepted the ball. Instead of he should have let go. To be honest, he should have let go. That would have been easy goal from Hakimi. He would have passed probably, and that's why I'm saying easy goal. But Doué got it. He was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna pass this shit. I'm gonna hit it." So Doué hit it, and then Doué just missed, just wide, and then the game was entertaining. Just at that point, the game was already entertaining, and just about 5 minutes, just shy about 5 minutes into the break. How? This is what I don't understand, man. PSG, how? How you know this is the best player? You know this is one of the best players on the planet. Why would you give him that much space? Why would you let him run into your own box? Let him shot from a distance. Then the keeper would have a chance. But if he goes close, if he gives into the box, there's no saving, man. There's no saving. They give Olise a ton of space, and he said, "Thank you very much." He accepted it. He accepted it. He accepted it gladly, and then what a shot! What a goal! What a shot, man! What a shot! I was like, damn. The keeper did not even see it coming. The keeper did not even see it coming. He was like, what can I do? What can I do? He said, what can I do? What a shot. What a shot. But Olise, beautiful goal, beautiful shot. But thanks to PSG, thanks to the defense, thanks to the midfielders, they did not press the guy. They just let him run. Why would you give him that much space? And he gladly accepted it, man. He gladly accepted it, and he punished them for it. And just like that, we were like, wow. 2-2. Just on the halfway, on the almost halftime, it was 2-2. And we were like, what a game we having. Are we going to have the same in the second half? Are we going to have the same in the second half? And we were about to find out. And we really thought that was going to be it. We really thought we were going to have 2-2 on the break. We thought it was going to be 2-2 on the break. But I honestly think that was harsh. This was a harsh penalty. And just about, the game was done at that point. The game was done. The halftime was done. It was going to be 2-2 on the break. But Dembele had a chance. And he crossed it. And this is what I don't understand. Davies, he had his hand on his back. He had his hand on his back. But guess what he did? Last minute, when Dembele was about to cross that, he let one hand go. He let that one hand fall. And then as soon as he did that, Dembele just hit it. And then it just hit him. He was close to his body. It was not on the side. It was not, no. It was, for me personally, that was not a penalty. No way that was a penalty. I know it hit his hand. I know that was a handball. I know it touched the ball, touched his hand. Yes. And if that's a handball, if every time the ball touches your hand, if that's a handball, then I get it. Then I get it. I'm okay with it. I'm all for it. But nah, man, it's too harsh. That was too harsh. Because Dembele, as soon as Dembele hit the ball, this guy let his hand go. It was not like this. It was not like this. It was not like that. It was not none of that. It was just like this, normal. Like when you're walking, your hands are on your side. When you're moving, your hands are on your side. You don't tuck them behind your back or in front of you. You don't do that. And just like that, the ref was like a penalty. The ref was like, hey, that's a penalty. The game was done by that, but the half was done by that point. And just like that, it was it was 3-2 PSG leading on the break. And I was like, wow. PSG are going to win like that, just like that. Nah, surely not. I was like, we have to see, on halftime, we have to see change. We have to see change. And personally, I thought both teams were going to sit back. I thought they were not going to attack as much. I thought they were not going to press as much. I thought they were not going to press as high as well. But guess what happened? They said, yo, MK, relax, my boy. We're going to show you how to do it. I was like, who the hell am I to tell you how to do? How to do your job? Go do your job. They said, relax, MK. We got this. And they did. They came back a break. And it was entertaining half again. Yet again. But for a second, I thought Bayern were out. For a second, I really thought Bayern were out. But guess what? And then, as soon as they came back from break, PSG had I won't even say a chance, man. It was not a half a chance, but it was kind of half a chance for, I think it was Dennis or Limer who came in at the break. I think it was Limer that came on break. The change was Davies was out. A break, a halftime, they took off Davies and then they sub on Lima. And then I think it was him that had the half chance, I believe, that just went wide. And then around the 50th mark, 55, BSG went at the end. What a beautiful pass from Vitinha. Vitinha, what a beautiful pass from Vitinha. Just a lofted pass to Hakimi with how did I don't know how he managed that much space. This guy had the whole field to himself. The whole field to himself. He waited, he waited for someone, and he tried to lay it off to Dembele. Dembele made a beautiful run. He cut it up, and then he tried to give it to Dembele, and then who was it? I honestly don't know who that was. It was just Dembele and some other players. They just collided with themselves, and then the ball just somehow the ball went through them. You explain that. Explain that to me. I don't know how the ball went through them, but somehow it landed to who? Kvaratskhelia. And what a beautiful finish. What a beautiful finish. Neuer was like, oh, I think he's going to go this side. So Neuer dived to that side. But guess what? He said, relax, I'm going to go through the player. Stanisic had no chance to stop that. No chance to stop that. He was already scared of the shot. He already turned his back on the shot. And then he just laid it off. And just like that, PSG were leading by 2 goals. And just like that, it was 4-2. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. This was the moment. This was the moment around the 60th mark. As soon as BSG went the attack, it was a counter attack, to be honest. It was just another beautiful counter from BSG. And Dembele, what a beautiful finish. Dewey carried the ball. He just laid it off to Dembele. Dembele was like, relax, my boy. It's onto his right. And then whoosh. What a beautiful shot. Neuer had no chance. And just like that, it was 5-2. BSG was leading. And I thought for a second, BSG went through. I was like, there's no way Bayern is going to come back from 3 goals. And there's no way PSG is going to score 3-0 against PSG. So I was like, Bayern, thank you for coming. Thank you for entertaining us. And see you later on next year, inshallah. But guess what happened? Guess what happened? And that pass, and I think it was, what time was it? I don't remember what time it was. And just like that, it was a beautiful, I think it was, who was it? I think it was Bavliches, I guess. It was, regardless of who it was, that was a beautiful set piece. And then it was Upamecano time. Upamecano said, it's my time to shine, ladies. It's my time to shine. He said, let's go. And what a beautiful header. It was not, he barely touched it, but it was all about the pass. And then it don't matter, man. As long as you touch that ball, that's it. Pause. But he barely touched it, and then it went in. And just like that, BSG were like, wow, what's just happened? We need to defend. And then moments later, a few minutes later, it was Harry Kane's time. He said, it's my time to shine. But not as a striker, but as one of the best passers in the world. What a beautiful pass from Harry Kane. And that touch was better than the pass was so beautiful, but the touch made it even better. That touch from Diaz to cut it in and then to compose himself. He said, who's there? Who? Oh, 1v1. I got this. He said, 1v1. I got this. And then guess what? He cut in. To relax. He had time in the world. He relaxed, and the beautiful finish from Luis Diaz. And just like that, the game was tied. The game was almost tied. It was 5-4. And just like that, Bayern were back in the game. And I was like, this game was dead. It just woke up from the dead. And just like that, the second tie was going to be amazing. But we were like, is the game finished? Is it done? Is it going to be 5-5? Is it going to be 6-4? What is it going to be? Is it going to be 5-5, 6-6, 7-7? We were like, wow. We knew we were going to get goals, but we didn't know it was going to be this much. And just like that, the game was 5-4. And the game was back on. The second leg was back on. And just like that, we had our game. And just like that, I feel like after that moment, After that moment, the game was kind of even. The players were tired. We had like one or two moments from each team. For example, we had one moment from Mayu. I think it was Mayu. I think that's how you say his name. That guy was. He had this guy. This guy had one moment. What a shot that was, man. What a shot. Neuer had no chance. It hit the crossbar. I was like that. I thought it went in for a second, and then on like at last moment of the game, I think Kimmich had a moment. Kimmich had a header, and then it was Pacho that saved it on basically on the line. He managed to save it on the line, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we had our game. We had our game, and just like that, the second half, everyone will be waiting for the second half. Every single person will be waiting for the second half, regardless of who you support, regardless of who you wanted to see this game. And for these teams, for these players, they need a rest, man. In the middle of for basically this weekend, they don't need to play the league. Each team is just winning their league regardless. So relax, rest the players. So next week, we can get an entertaining game, just like this one. It might not be this one, but we're gonna see goals, man. We're gonna see some goals, and that's it. That's it for today. And we're just gonna wait for tomorrow's game. Hopefully, it's not gonna be as good as this game. I promise you that it's not gonna be as good as this game, but it's gonna be an entertaining game, regardless of who you support. But if you're not a fan of either team, it's gonna be wonderful for you. It's gonna be wonderful for you, man. And just like that, guys, like the video, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.